Analysis.
May I come in, sir?
Yes.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Please have a seat.
Thank you, sir.
Now, Shakti,
Yes, sir.
what is the meaning of your name? Durga.
Yes, sir. In Hindu mythology, it
This
basically...
is Nari Sashakti incarnated. Okay. We know quite a lot of things about you. Let us talk about what Shakti Dubey is. What are her personality traits, positives and negatives, if any?
Sir, if I talk about my positive traits, I am a dedicated, hardworking and a compassionate person. I basically am interested in reading books as well as writing quotations or poems, etc. These are one of my
Okay,
hobbies.
that is written there.
Yes, sir.
What
Apart
is-
from that, if I look at the downsides of mine, that what are the negative traits, I think at times I tend to overthink on certain issues that basically creates more problem.
You don't have to freeze your hands. You can easily move it as a normal conversation progresses. Yes.
Apart from that, I also think that at time I tend to over-explain myself in certain issues. Over-explain myself for certain issues.
Yes, that is what you should avoid. Anyway, now, what is this Mama Bhanja Talab? Why is it named so?
So this is an area that is basically been said that earlier it was a pond area, a talab was there in that area, but now it is no more. Now it has basically been occupied and buildings have been.
But what does it have to do with Mama and Bhanja?
Sir, I don't have any. There is no history behind that. This place as such is named as.
No problem, absolutely. Now, Naini has Naini is the industrial outskirts of Prayag.
Yes, sir.
What type of big industries are there?
Sir, in Naini, basically, I'm aware about the cottage industries that are there, like that of the Moonj product. Moonj grass is very famous in the Naini area. That has been used to create baskets or bags, etc., which is also under the One District One Product scheme from.
And big industries?
Sorry, sir.
Trivedi Structurals.
Sir, Triveni Sangam, you are talking?
Trivedi Structurals Limited.
Sorry, sir. I need to read.
That's very big. Anyway, what is ODOP of Prayag?
So ODOP from Prayagraj is the Moonj products only. Those are basic.
Okay. Now I understand your father is in police.
Yes, sir.
Now, do you think there is really need to reform, outright reform in police?
Yes, in my opinion, there is a need to reform the policing system that exists as of now.
Overworking police personnel,
Yes, sir.
which results in stress.
Yes, sir.
Then acute subordination.
Yes, sir.
And exploitation by seniors.
Yes, sir.
And then probably lack of infrastructure, lack of equipments.
Yes, sir.
Police.
Yes, sir.
Because you remember, few years back, if you all gentlemen remember, there was a police party raiding some criminals in a sugarcane field. And since their pistols, their guns were not working, so they started this anyway. Now, both of your parents are from Balia.
Yes, sir.
What is historical importance of Balia?
So if we talk about Balia, which basically is the easternmost district of the Uttar Pradesh, in the modern India, during 1942 Quit India movement, Balia became one of the first district in India to overthrow the British government and declare independence.
And in ancient India?
What, sir?
In ancient India, mythological importance, does it have?
Sorry, sir, I'm not
Called
aware about the mythological.
Place of Parashuram's mother, Renuka's, Jamdagni's place.
Okay, sir. Sorry.
And okay, you have biochemistry and chemistry. Very good combination, but my colleagues will ask about that. And then, yes. Okay. Group leader for good out of waste camp.
Yes, sir.
So what type of waste you are using and how?
Basically,
Will be very short.
Is that this campaign that was held in a school, it was basically for the academic waste that was generated at the end of the year. That included like used pens were being generated or the copies, registers, etc. So the pens were used to create things like pen stands were created, wall hangings, etc.
You write poems in Hindi or English?
Say in English.
English.
Yes, sir.
Which poet are you? Is there any role model poet? Is there any poet, present or past, who has inspired you?
So I like some of the poems. As such, I don't have any favorite poet, but I like some of the poems, like of Rabindranath Tagore, the poem where the mind is without fear and the head is held high.
And you play badminton. You have been playing badminton regularly.
No, sir. It is just as an hobby. Recently, I have developed interest in this sport, so I'm trying to explore the game.
Who has got the Khel Ratna award in badminton this last year?
Sorry, sir, I'm not aware of.
Chirag Satwik and Sai.
Satwik Siraj, I was aware about it was the fastest badminton hit that he made, for which.
What is the size of a badminton coach, Shakti?
So exact size I'm not aware, dimensions I'm not aware about that.
Now I'm surprised that you have given IFS your 6th choice.
Yes, sir.
I mean, a little disappointed since I am from IFS, but it hardly matters. It is a question of personal choice. But tell me, what is NTPC?
Sorry, sir, I'm not able to recall.
NPT?
Non-Proliferation Treaty.
NSG?
Nuclear Suppliers Group.
And there is another?
CTBT, Comprehensive Test Ban.
National Security Guards.
Achha, NSG, okay, National Security.
CTBT?
It is a Comprehensive Test Ban Treaty.
Okay. Yesterday, there was a big development in Pakistan election. What was it?
Sorry,
it was reported in today's newspaper.
Sir, sorry, sir, I did not read.
Imran Khan was sentenced 10 years, which will make him unable to
contest
disqualify to
elections. Yes, sir.
And in India-Pakistan relations, also yesterday there was a big development.
Sorry, sir.
The Indian Navy rescued a team from Houthi
attack in
pirates,
okay.
which included 19 or 29 Pakistani sailors as well.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, Shakti.
Yes, sir.
I'm again interested in this your project, Good Out of Waste.
Yes, sir.
You said you convert some pens into some other things and all that.
Yes, sir.
But we have a very big problem in national capital. The heaps of garbage lying around here and there. Can you think of any such suggestion? It can be in your district where you are posted, and you are expert in this good out of waste.
Yes, sir.
Definitely, public would like that you do something on this. Any idea for these waste? Have you ever thought of it?
So looking at the waste management, if we see, first important thing is the segregation of the waste as the source, like from where it is generated. Second thing that we can keep in mind is the extended producer responsibility, where basically like especially for the plastic waste that is being generated or the electronic waste that is being generated. So in this way, what we can do is we can segregate the waste. Biodegradable waste can be segregated, non-biodegradable, and accordingly steps can be taken in order to ensure their proper, basically can be done to ensure their proper degradation, such that they are not left in open, or they are not basically huge dumps are not being created, because that not only creates infection but also leads to underground water deterioration, as the chemicals at times they leach downwards. So these are some of the steps I think I could suggest for at the moment.
You come from a police family, right?
Yes, sir.
About a year back or so, about 2 years back, one person, Mr. Shakti Dubey.
Yes, sir.
Police went to his house to arrest him, and there were 8 police people. He killed all 8 of them.
Yes, sir.
And later on, police killed this person, Shakti Dubey, in an encounter.
Yes, sir.
And thereon, the encounters in your state have started.
Yes, sir.
What is your take on this? Encounters are okay? They are doing all right? Or should it be done because public is very happy with the law and order situation now? It has improved after that. Which way you take it?
So, in my opinion, encounters basically should be resorted to only when the situation demands. For example, when actually the criminal is running or has taken the charge over the arms and ammunition. However, otherwise, there are basically procedures established by law in the country to deal with any and every kind of crime. So, in my opinion, the process of encounter should not be done just for sake of encountering the criminals or taking as a sense of revenge. Rather, it should be only done when the situation demands. So, according to me, encounter should not be a normal procedure, rather should be resorted in
That
situations.
is all right. That's a law. But how do you prove it? Whether this encounter was stage managed or it was a natural encounter?
So basically, in such cases, I think when we are transferring some criminals from one place to another, and in such cases, it should be properly held in a proper surveillance manner, like cameras, etc. Or it should be done in high security, so as to avoid any such scope or any such chance where the criminals get to escape or such situation arises.
What is the difference between chemistry and biochemistry?
So chemistry is basically one of the traditional branch of science where we have three branches: physical chemistry, organic and inorganic. Whereas if we talk about biochemistry, it is a life science subject which basically deals with the chemical composition, reaction, etc. of living organisms. It includes concepts like biomolecules is there, genetic engineering is there, DNA, RNA, that is a molecular biology.
Isn't it organic chemistry?
So a part of organic chemistry, but it is much more linked to the living organisms. So that is why it is considered as life science subject.
Your subject is political science and international relations.
Yes, sir.
Simply tell me, very simple thing. When did international relations between two countries start? Two countries have relations with each other.
Yes, sir.
When did these relations start? When did the people recognize that when did the countries recognize we should have relations with each other? When did it start? Can you think of some incident? I'm giving a hint.
So in my opinion, I think if we talk about the international relation between two countries, it can be based either neighborhood. If they lie in the neighborhood, then the relations can be established. If these countries hold a strategic significance.
I'm not asking how can it be established. When did it start first? What incident triggered it?
So when the development of transportation was carried on, trade, etc. started, when people started exploring markets.
Europe and USA.
Sir is saying some historical event is there.
Some event is there.
So industrial revolution which started.
No, industrial revolution cannot have industrial relations.
Or after that.
Industrial revolution happened in England.
Yes, sir.
But that does not mean that it created international relations. I am giving again hint. It created international relations.
Sorry, sir.
Not able to recall.
Maybe
Okay.
Westphalia, Vienna, such words must come to your mind.
Oh, leave it. We'll tell you later.
Okay.
Acha. Your choice for income tax is very high. Very good. What reforms have been carried out recently in the income tax department regarding assessments? Assessments of income tax returns.
Sir, as I can recall right now, recently the tax structure has been reformed, the new tax reform.
Assessment.
Sorry, sir, I'm not aware about the assessment part.
Okay.
Thank you.
You come from the police family,
Yes, sir.
and I'm sure you have observed the police family, especially your father has been at the middle rung of the policing.
Yes, sir.
So, what ails the system? What are the difficulties he must be facing, or you as a family must be facing?
Yes, sir.
So, can you enumerate us the difficulties,
Yes, sir.
what you have been facing?
So basically, if we talk about personally as a family member of a police officer, what we have been facing is my father does not have a fixed leave or the week offs that we call. Especially on the festivals, he's not at home. Rather, on that day, he has his duties. So first is that. Second is there is no fixed working hours. At times he leaves early morning before we wake up, and at times he's late back home. And if we talk about specifically the problems he faces that I have he has discussed with us, we know is first is then there is increased political interference in the policing system that creates one of the major hindrance in their proper functioning. Second thing is there is lack of proper segregation between core and non-core functions. Most of the police department at times is involved in security duties or in VIP duties, which basically further decreases their on-ground presence and leads to stressing of the existing force that is there. Apart from that, there is also lack of women participation in the police department. There are very less women personnel per police station. So these are some of the issues I can enumerate just now.
Do you think police should be given some more facilities or some more incentives, or some number of policemen should be increased?
Yes, in my opinion, recruitment has to increase because according to UN, the police population ratio that has been given is 222 police personnel per lakh population. However, in Uttar Pradesh, it is just 132. And UP is one of the most populous state. If we talk about India, it is one of the most populous country overall. So first, I think recruitment should be increased. There should be fixed leave or the week off should be given, be it on rotation basis. A particular batch can be given week off on a particular day and the other on the some other day, so as to avoid the complete absence of police personnel on a specific week off. So this can be done. Apart from that, they should be given some additional incentive based on their work. If they are doing some good work, they should be awarded some bonus, or they should be given some facilities that would basically boost their morale to work.
Like if you are the SP of a district, you join IPS and you are SP of the district.
Yes, sir.
And there are certain people, we have police colonies, I'm sure you should be aware of that. But it's couple of parents come to you, then they request you that there are issues, our children, they are not being admitted to good schools, we have problem of commuting.
Yes,
so what steps would you like to take to at least to help them out? Though it may not come under entirely domain of your charter of duties. But still, since you are the head of the force, they come to you. So, would you do something? Would you try to do something?
So, in my opinion, if you're talking about schools and education facilities to the police personnel, government is coming up with basically there are government schools that are there. However, there are some there are some drawbacks of those. There are some issues. If police personnel, I think income should be sufficient so that they're able to afford good education for their children. Apart from that, like the specific scholarships, etc., can be also given to students, specifically police people coming from the police.
What would you do as an SP? The scholarship probably may not have fund for that.
Yes, sir.
And there will be certain schools maybe at a different location. They have a problem of commuting.
So, like example can be taken from the army schools, as we have there. There are specific army schools are there, and they have their commutation services specifically for them, such that government can have some buses that are there specifically for the students, police students, and they can take them even if the school is far away. It can help them in commutation. Some basically the fees can be lesser with respect.
Like I tell you, but anyway, we'll talk about that later. And you're being a woman.
Yes, sir.
Either you are a district magistrate or a SP if you go to a district. As a woman, and you have seen the area. So what issues would really bother you and motivate you to pick it up the first? What should you do for the women of your area? General public.
So if we talk about specifically in my area, what I have witnessed is there is very lack of participation of women in the social sphere, in the political sphere overall. It is basically because of the entrenched patriarchy that is there, and also there is a general tendency, especially in the eastern Uttar Pradesh, that I have witnessed since my parents are from Balia. We have seen that there is basically a general tendency that women are considered subordinate to men. There is also issues like early withdrawal from the school. Students, that girls are not allowed to complete their education, like complete their higher education, etc. So being a women officer, if I get a chance, I would like to specifically work on their education and ensuring proper implementation of the schemes that the government is coming up for the women, be it for their health indicators, because women, they have a double burden of not just normal health issues but also some women related health issues, like they suffer from issues of cancer, like the ovarian cancer is there, or the cervical cancer. There is also issues of lack of menstrual hygiene that is also creating issues for the women, problem of maternal health.
Since you have talked about the political interference, thank you. So would you like the political interference to be reduced once you are into the service? How would you handle that? That would be difficult for any of us to have it removed, but how do you handle the political interference?
So, in my opinion, since Indian administrative officer, or for that matter, the civil services officers, whichever are recruited, we have the authority that has been guaranteed by the constitution itself. Second thing is that there is a way that we can have dialogue and discussion always can lead to some or the other solution. We can talk and convey the issues or concerns that we face if in case there isn't some kind of political interference. So I think that could help in
They would say you will have to do it. What dialogue? If I want it, something to be done, then do it, right or wrong. This is what is interference.
yes, sir. So in my capacity, I think one thing I can do is I can convey that what is under my capacity to do. If I have the power to do something, and if I have the
Yeah.
power to do something, okay.
Thank you.
Sir.
Shakti,
Yes, sir.
you come from a very important part of the country when it comes to literature,
Literature.
especially Hindi.
Yes, sir.
Can you mention 5 names from that part of the country, eastern side, eastern UP and Bihar, who wrote in Hindi?
So one I can recall is Premchand. He was Premchand.
Munshi Premchand.
Munshi Premchand.
Ji.
So others I'm not able to recall.
Harivansh Rai Bachchan. from
Harivansh Rai
Prayagraj.
Bachchan, yes, sir. He was one of the prominent writers.
Suryakant
Suryakant
Tripathi
Tripathi
Nirala.
Nirala. Mahadevi
Vanishwanath
Verma.
Renu.
Sarveshwar Dayal Saxena, Jagdish Gupt, a lot of them. Nirala, Pant,
Yes, I just.
they all were from Prayag.
Yes, I
Okay,
can't
so
recall
anyways,
this now.
so any one of them, your favorite, any poet or writer? You have read them at some
So
point
some
of
or
time?
the other I have read, though I cannot basically recall. them.
What kind of books or poems you have read from any of one of them?
So I basically write quotations or poems and
That's you need to read first to write something. Okay, then you can develop that sense. So mention whatever book you have you read Munshi Premchand?
so I've read some of his books, like some of his stories that are the short stories.
Mansarovar is the entire series.
Yes, and that we have like Godam is there or Gaban is there.
Godam or Godan? Godan is
Godan.
one full novel.
No, sir. Godam is there, and then there is also so these are small short stories that I have read. Some of them.
Okay, fine. Why you are pursuing a career in civil services when you are MSc Biochemistry, and why your optional is political science?
So, if I answer why my option is political science first, basically because optional subject in the UPSC that we do not have a life science subject as of
But we
now.
have similar subjects.
We have, so there is little bit difference. There is
Okay.
very less overlap with what I have studied in my masters. And political science, I found it interesting first. Second, it also has overlap with my GS subject, so it helped in better management of time. So that is why I choose it.
Okay. So your interests and activities, nanoparticle based delivery.
Yes, sir.
So how nanotechnology can be helpful in advancing treatment in today's times?
So, if we talk about the nanotechnology, one of the basic, like last year we had a discovery of cordyceps, the gold particles that were there. Nanomissiles can be used in drug delivery, that is basically targeted drug deliveries, especially like in cancer. This can basically prevent harming the normal cells, and we can have direct target those cancerous cells.
They say there is a particular vitamin deficiency of which might cause cancerous growth. Is it so?
Sorry, sir, I'm not aware about the vitamin specific.
Vitamin B12, is it?
Cyanocobalamin. Sorry, sir, I need to read about that.
Okay. Now, tell me, what steps would you suggest? Because you said there are problems with women in eastern side of the state. What steps would you suggest to ensure safety and security of women and girls, especially when it comes to their education, work, all these things?
So first and foremost step would be to ensure that they recognize and they are aware about their rights. Second thing is to ensure that they step out of home safely with a safe mindset. For that, there is a need for like especially the CCTV cameras can be installed. There can be special bus facilities for women. Apart from that, to ensure their participation in the public sphere, we can like specially ensure their employment. We can have the sexual harassment at workplace can be
You
checked.
are digressing. Anyways, 26 January 2024, the celebration at India Gate had some major takeaways. What are the major takeaways in your opinion?
So recent Republic Day
Yes,
celebration
the
you're
latest
talking
one.
about?
Hmm.
So recently the French Prime Minister visited India on the French President visited. So we had some discussions about the relationship since India and
Was
France.
that the major takeaway of the celebrations?
So this was one of the takeaway of the celebration that I can recall.
Something which you can relate with very easily. as a girl, as a lady?
Sorry, sir. I need to-
Coming from UP
It was Nari Shakti.
or being
All
being
over
a
there.
woman,
Okay.
one cadet led the parade.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yes.
sir. I read about that. Sorry, I
Okay.
couldn't
Anyways, sir.
recall just now.
Oh, nice.
Just two quick things, and answer should also be quick. What is the difference between hedonism and utilitarianism?
So utilitarianism basically is based on the concept of greater good for greater number. Basically, it is numerical in concept, like more that can. And hedonism, I'm not able to recall right now.
Bentham propagated hedonism, and his disciple Stuart Mill utilitarianism. Now, just last one. Man is born free, but he is always under chains. Who said this?
Sir, Karl Marx,
Rousseau.
Rousseau. Sorry, sir.
And what is the Leviathan?
So it talks about an absolute state. Leviathan is a book that has been written, that has been Hobbes, by
Okay,
Hobbes,
Hobbes.
and he talks about an absolute
Right,
state,
right.
which is an.
Thank you very much, Shakti.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.